Well, this is it. After so long, the time has come where Rainbow Dash finally achieves her lifelong dream. So how does this major episode for her hold up? Well, I could summarise my thoughts in one single word. Yeah, okay, let's get to the review. In the run-up to an upcoming performance, Rainbow Dash is surprised but overjoyed to discover that she has now been made a full Wonderbolt. Her first day at the academy gets her off to a rough start though, as after an embarrassing landing, the other bolts start referring to her by the familiar and traumatizing nickname Rainbow Crash. Not wishing to be stuck with the name for the rest of her life, Rainbow tries to use whatever time she has left before the performance to repair her reputation. Newbie Dash has quickly proven to be a very polarizing episode among fans, and I'd be lying if I said I didn't understand why. It comes courtesy of a new writer named Dave Rapp, and to say he lacks experience would be a severe understatement. Literally the only other credits to his name are 2 episodes of the CBS crime drama series Without a Trace. To go from that to this is quite the interesting change of direction, and his first offering for MLP comes with mixed results. It's nice to see that with this episode, the show has continued to honour Lauren Faust's wishes by having Dash become a full-fledged Wonderbolt, and from her state of shock to glee to Scootaloo's ecstatic fangirling, their reactions are both very fun and believable. The episode also has a good setup for its protagonist. We've seen how skilled Rainbow Dash is as a solo flyer, but working in unison with a team is something that she's never really had any experience with. So because it's new territory for her, it makes sense that she would struggle with it. And it also makes sense that matters would be made worse by the Wonderbolt's name-calling, especially since it's a harsh reminder of exactly how she was taunted by her childhood bullies in flight school. After this promising start, however, the middle act is where the episode starts to fall flat. After Rarity and Twilight advise Rainbow to go out and present herself in a more unique and positive light, she takes their advice completely in the wrong context by going on to impersonate each one of her friends. Now, I have nothing against cringe humour. Brotherhood Social was full of it and I absolutely adored that episode. But it worked there because it felt like a perfect match for the story and had a sense of charm and heart that was always in the right place. Unfortunately, the same cannot be said here. It's a humorous distraction from the main events, at first, particularly since Rainbow's first impression is of Pinkie Pie, which immediately reminded me of when Rarity impersonated her earlier in the season, and made me wonder if any pony else was going to try and do their own Pinkie impression. For the record, I kinda hope Twilight does it next, if only because Tabitha and Ashley have now had a turn, so maybe Tara should as well, and then maybe after that we could see who Andrea thought did the best impression of her character. Back to the episode though. As I said, this sequence is humorous at first, but it goes on far longer than necessary, and the further it continues, the more cringeworthy it becomes.
I'm so sorry. I was just trying to help because I care about all of the Wonderbolts oh so much. Yes, sirree. Just call me Care Mare. Seriously?
In fact, a lot of the humour in this episode fails to land with much in the way of laughs. A scene during the third act where Rainbow set up a stunt that completely backfires is amusing at times, and makes nice use of the connection between her and Scootaloo as well, but it also beggars belief a bit. I know Dashy loves to show off and has never been the brightest bulb, but to break away from a publicly displayed routine to try and perform a dangerous stunt completely untested? Even by her standards, that just felt foolish. But at least she realised her lack of judgment immediately and was consequently punished for it. Although the rest of the main 6 and the Cutie Mark Crusaders are there to show support, Starlight Glimmer is notably absent for the entire episode, and considering the previous one had her wondering who the Wonderbolts were, to leave her out of this one feels like a great opportunity completely gone to waste. Speaking of the Wonderbolts, this is likely where the episode is most divisive, with their treatment of Dash stirring up quite a bit of controversy. After watching the episode twice, I can see why some would find it uneasy to watch, but I didn't find it to be that mean-spirited myself. In a great conclusion, they do explain that despite the dumb mistakes she might make, they do really value Rainbow Dash's involvement in the team, and have been waiting just as long as she has for a spot to open up for her. They also reveal that they all have unflattering nicknames based on embarrassing incidents, and it's just traditional for them to refer to each other by them as well as share some banter around. This does help enforce a couple of strong messages. One about how you can make some big mistakes that you might get teased for, but no matter what, your true companions will still accept and respect you as one of their own. And another about how some playful banter is okay as long as it remains good-natured. These are positive and important morals that I can get behind, but I don't think everyone will feel the same way after watching this. It's a matter of perception, and what some will consider light-hearted, harmless banter, others may see as harmful bullying. There is a difference between the two, but despite its best efforts, I don't think the script makes the difference clear enough that everyone will recognise them, which unfortunately limits the episode's appeal and makes its mixed reception understandable. Newbie Dash is a flawed but decent episode that contains some fun moments and noble intentions, especially in regards to its morals, but its execution definitely feels sloppy at times. The fact that it focuses on a milestone event that the show has been building up to from the very start only adds to the disappointment, and ultimately left me thinking that this one should have been given to an experienced writer rather than, pardon the pun, a newbie. All things considered though, Dave Rabb gave it a good try and did a reasonably good job. He just shouldn't have been given a storyline this major for his first episode. And even though I wasn't entirely happy with how it got her there, I'm certainly happy that Rainbow Dash has finally achieved her dream to become a Wonderbolt. I'm going to give this one a silver star score of 6 out of 10.